Okay, so I'm gonna do this little short video in regards to the Soundswitch Control 1, which I have connected here. I'm using the first universe, DMX universe. One of the tricks, because if it's not your cable, if you connect it and all of a sudden you find that there's no lights on, don't worry. Quick fix, at least for me it worked. I switched this over here and then switched it back and everything is good. This is always gonna go on the out, because I mean that's what this is used for. You can also put input here and whatever. I mean, you'll figure all that out eventually. I'm gonna start fresh because I've moved all of my lights, so I'm gonna end up having to do auto scripting and all that. And the order of all my lights and fixtures has changed. So I'm gonna DMX address all these brand new again, starting with this one, my first, and work my way down. You have to connect the chain, otherwise it's gonna defeat the purpose for Soundswitch. So I went ahead and made my trust and everything else, and hopefully I can create one hell of a light show. Starting from scratch, I'm gonna stop at my Derby X, because that one I have to know what the DMX addresses are gonna be for each and every one of them, and I'm gonna hopefully help y'all through it. Might as well turn on my Prime 4 so it can at least be ready. So I'm gonna walk you through, and I ended up having to do a fresh install on my Windows 10, recently updated Windows 11. This is a late model, brand new October 2019 gaming computer, HP Pavilion. It came with a Ryzen 5 AMD processor. It's got more than enough, you know, to sustain virtual DJ, Serato, Soundswitch, and engine. What I mean by that, it exceeds the minimum requirements. It's not, you know, packed like a souped up Mac or an Alienware or anything like that, but it gets the job done, especially with virtual DJ. So with that being said, my laptop's already optimized. I went through all of these sites that I just got through talking to you about, the Denon Engine desktop site, virtual DJ, Serato, Soundswitch, engine, and yeah, it's optimized. It's DJ use only laptop, so I try to keep it as clean as possible, away from viruses and everything else, so it's well protected, thanks be to God. I recently did an update on all of the software, including the engine itself. This is why I'm using the latest version of engine, and also was able to update the hardware because I was at 2.1.6 on this one, and engine also 2.1, now at 2.2. They're both the same now, finally. So I think that's gonna take away from the confusion of actually being able to use all this. So anyways, with that being said, first of all, in engine, you're gonna wanna always analyze, because if you don't analyze your music, even though a lot of you are complaining that it takes forever, I'm working with almost 6 to 8 terabytes worth of music between these 3 drives, my 1 terabyte SATA SSD drive embedded here, my 1 terabyte HDD embedded here. So altogether, that totals up to I think 7 or 8 terabytes of music and music videos, easy. And yes, I've analyzed everything, and I'm about to analyze again in hopes that it'll get done quick, so that I'll be able to utilize my Soundswitch the way I wanna. If you don't utilize Soundswitch, you'll never get a bunch of these beat grids here. This is the main reason that you don't get a beat grid here, is because you haven't analyzed anything through engine. But since this is a fresh start, we're gonna see how this works. I'm not gonna connect my other drives yet until I see what it does, you know, with the drive that I have already, that I've already analyzed in engine. But I erased everything because I'm gonna start a brand new light show. So there shouldn't be any SS symbols on any of my libraries, and it's gonna be a fresh start. And again, let's get to this reason as to why we do the engine software analyzation. If you don't do it and you wait for an event and you're doing it, through your hardware, like this one's a standalone unit, the Prime 4, every time that you select a folder, which is the same stuff, this layout's basically the same as you see in Engine. The only thing missing here is Serato, and I don't think that we do the prepare list no more in Engine software. Well, anyways, if you can see here, this is all the information that you get. All of it. This is it. You don't get anything else. It's just telling you the song. So basically, this is us DJing when I started back in '86. Not unless you're like me and you actually did put the BPM and everything outside, then you knew where everything was at. Which is the beauty of analyzing your stuff through Engine. So in Engine, when I went through my playlist deal, which is, at the far left, you would see a playlist and then you would see a collections tab. Well, what you would do in Engine, you would go through your folder, which is basically anything that you have here in any drives, it's going to show up in Engine. Anything. So basically you would just see, like, for instance, here, my D drive, that's the one internal. If I end up connecting whatever, then everything's going to come in alphabetically order, and so on. So the same thing here. So in Engine, you would drag and drop. You would go through the playlist and enter into the collection and just leave the arrow there, and you would see that there would be like a job and this and that performing, which I would go through the steps on Engine and it might be clearer. But after analyzing, this is what happened. And we'll go through the playlist, we'll go through the same folder, and voila, you end up getting the BPM and all that good stuff. So this is why it's important. Not only that, it's going to sift through all of your stuff to make sure that you don't have a corrupted file. And that's what's so neat about Engine. It's like a Mac. It'll prevent anything corrupted from going into the system because it doesn't want you to screw up any hardware, or especially your laptops. Because laptops, even though you can get some pretty cheap, I mean, you can get up there to $5,000 or $6,000, which I'm about to get a laptop that's roughly around $3,000 or $5,000 or even $6,000. Even though it's a little bit used, but it's newer than this one, and it's super packed. To give you an example, this only has an 8 gigabyte RAM. The new Dell, the Precision 5750, I think is what it is, which I'm very familiar with why it was created. It's based in a lot to do with videography, photography, and also what the heck is it? Architecture. Those using AutoCAD or whatever. It's fairly damn fast. That one's gonna come with 64 gigabytes of RAM, and it's gonna come loaded. My other backup laptop, which is this, an EliteBook Touchbook, that one's a little bit older than this one. I can't update this one to Windows 11. That lets you know how old it is, but it is kind of fast. It has a faster processor than this one, I believe. If not, I might be wrong. But that one has an Intel. I can use that with anything, especially Verizon. Oh my God. Virtual DJ. That's my Serato only laptop, and this is my Virtual DJ laptop only. Serato will not connect with this and my Prime just because of this. I don't know, they might have made changes, but I'm not willing to give it a try because the way I have it set up, it's good. So anyways, with that in mind, I will definitely do updates once I get that brand new Dell, and that one I'm probably gonna make both my Serato and Virtual DJ together since it has so much RAM. And that one I think has an i7 10th generation processor. And I'm not too, that one, as far as the internal drive, is gonna be just like this one. I think this one has like a third of a terabyte. The other one has half a terabyte. But I don't really care because everything that I have basically is going to be here and here as far as music is concerned. So let's get back to this. So Soundswitch, as soon as you launch it the first time, this is what's going to come up. So then You can choose to exit if you're already familiar with a lot of lighting programs, or you can go through the tutorial. So in the tutorial, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Well, damn, that's gonna defeat the purpose. And that's too damn close. All right, iPhone's crazy. 13 Pro Max, by the way, it's a pretty good phone. So it's basically giving you the whole description of what everything is like. Actually, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna take a picture of this because I'm gonna actually keep it in my library just in case I need to go back. And it's gonna self-explain everything that's going on, highlight the whole deal. Right here, it's highlighted that. If you missed it, let's go back. There's nothing highlighted nowhere in this screen because this is a demonstration screen. So that top bar is lit up, showing you right there why it's lit up, what to expect, whatever. Go through nets. It's gonna say the walkthrough for the library tree. And here's the library tree. Go through nets. The waveform's been highlighted. It's gonna give you a brief description of what the waveform is doing. Go again through nets, the auto loops section, and this is auto loops and the scripted tracks, auto script, you know, the ones that you make yourself or the ones that you can get Soundswitch to do. Auto loops, something that's very, very good for this Control 1, and the first one that I started out with was the micro USB interface, which I don't have. I actually gave that to a good friend of mine in Mexico. And these are all the auto loops that come preset, or you can actually move them however you want once you get the hang of creating. The main track, this is the main track. It shows everything that, you know, you can actually do or that has been done. Let me go back because I don't know if I took a picture of this or not. So we continue. The fixtures track. This lets you know what's going down with all your light fixtures. There's nothing here because, again, this is a demonstration. I'm gonna DMX all my other stuff in a little bit, and I'll just show you a little of how to at least start the DMX process. Fixture library. This was everything that comes here, including the groups, is gonna be here. And the beauty of this, it's giving you a tutorial before anything happens. So there's no ifs, ands, or buts about learning how to do this. I actually picked this up a bit at the same time that I got my first ever DJ controller, which happens to be this Denon Prime 4. And that was back in October of 2019, after the much awaited yearly release of the Denon Prime 4 here in Dallas, Texas. I was actually one of the first ones, if not the first ones, to get one. So this is explaining everything of what's on here. I'm not gonna play the demo because, I mean, it's not gonna do any good for me because I don't have anything scripted. But you know what? Let's try it. Let's see what the hell. Alright, so I'm done with the demo. We don't gotta do the whole damn demo. Alright, so here is your venues. And you can add a venue, which is what I'm gonna do. You can name it. I'm gonna name it my prime 4 events, and I'll choose this, and we'll go to insert, where is the DMX map? Show DMX map. All right, here I'm gonna go ahead and search for my fixtures. I have a U-King, which is what I'm gonna start with. Okay, so here's the U-King. This is all it has. Let me see, where's my info for my U-King? Thought I had one here. Alright. It's very important to have everything handy. I got my manuals for these from my cars, my other moving headlights, my gig bar, my laser. So I got all that good stuff. All right, so I'm gonna have to do them in order. These ones, well actually these ones, and these ones, and this ones, and this one. All right, cool. Now that I've got them in order, you go in here and you sift through everything that you know that you gotta sift through. So yes, I'm running a 12 channel. You can tell channel 12. And this indeed is a mini moving headlight. Moving head gobo light with the light band. Moving head gobo with light. I'm gonna go ahead and try this because at one point I'm gonna show you just for the sake of argument. So the way that you DMX, and it's real easy to do it here, this 12 channel. As soon as I enter it into the DMX universe, you can run 1 through 12. One through 12. So on your lighting fixture, the address on here, I would enter, and that's my address, a 1001. So I enter it, and that's my address, and we're gonna keep it there. So since I have this chained up from this to my mega bar, I've got that ready for my addressing, which I'm gonna do right now in a little bit. One of the things that I was told early on, I don't know who it was that I don't know who it was at Soundswitch, but we're gonna leave it at all manufacturers. I'm gonna put under the same deal, but they had something else, I think, with the LED strips. So you type in, I don't know why this damn thing is tripping. My laptop does not want to perform today for some reason. Okay, all right. Oh, my back is killing me. All right, so I don't know what the hell's up with this damn laptop. Normally it doesn't do this crap. oboe. And then they told me to put a W. Or no. Here it was, with the light strips, which is the light band. So I can choose one or the two. And I'm thinking for my last one, I'm gonna place this just for the sake of argument to see what difference it's gonna make once I get everything DMX. This is not where this is gonna go. Well, you know what? We don't need it there. And then this one I'm gonna place with the group 1. And I'm gonna choose other movers to do something else too. When you click on this, a library is gonna come up. And you can choose what you want that mover to do. Since I only have 2 of those, I'm gonna have them do the same thing. I don't really want to mess around and take out something that, you know, I can actually have it do a little better. And, you know, all these, I'm assuming is going to give you different colored shows. But I'm going to choose it to do the primary mover. And we'll leave it like that. And I'll return with the follow-up on how to do the rest.